continue being at least a mainstay or somebody that they can use on Raw or maybe SmackDown if they decide to draft her there and to shake things up. But I think in the case of Shayna against Nia, I think right now neither really fits into the title picture with Asuka, because a lot of people kind of still want to see Asuka on top, and you can't really do that with those two. So I think it makes some sense. And I think this is a classic case of two heels going at it, and I think WWE is trying to at least see which direction the crowd goes in. Does the crowd want to support Nia more, or are they okay with going towards Shayna a little bit more? So that's going to be fascinating. And again, I agree with you. I don't think she works as a face at all. I think she's a very Baron Corbin type, where she's just kind of a steady hand. They need somebody to fight. They need a good heel to fight. Shayna's there. She again, that's what they did at WrestleMania with her. They built her up just to lose to Becky. And that was in the end, that proved to be a good booking decision, because Shayna kind of floundered a little bit in the coming months because she had really nothing to do and she didn't really stand out in any way. So, and then again, like I said, I texted you Raw Underground. For the most part so far, it's been intriguing. Has it been good? No. Has it been bad? No. But is it a different idea? Yeah. It has to be done the right way over the course of the next couple of months. It has to be done a certain way.
Yeah.
And if Shane McMahon if this is his baby and he's the one who wants to do it, then I'm going to allow him to let his idea breathe and trying to work.
Yeah,
if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
The only thing that didn't make sense on the debut edition, the Hurt Business took over and they never came back. But so Apollo Crews, I don't like his new entrance song. Apollo! It doesn't make any sense, but he's going to be MVP. I don't think we need to discuss that too much. So Candace, Retribution. When are they interfering on this card? What are they doing? Are they going to mess up a match, or are they going to just cause chaos? What do you see happening with Retribution at SummerSlam?
I mean, something's definitely going to happen, and I've just been so entertained by seeing this faction come through. I mean, some people have called them the Antifa Ninjas, and I just started cracking up because I'm just like, what is happening? They're just causing chaos, but I'm here for it. And I don't know if this was confirmed or if it's just rumored, but I was reading someone thinks that Santana Garrett is one of the members of Retribution. That would be sick, actually. I kind of am hoping for that. And I also don't know if this was confirmed that Jesse Kamea is one of the members of Retribution, which I like, if that is in fact.
You know what's interesting? I think right now they have no idea who's going to be in Retribution. They just said, you know what? We got all these outfits the ninjas are wearing. You guys go wear the same thing. Go mix things up. And then eventually it's going to just be like people who might not even be involved in the storyline are going to be coming out. But that's what I think. But what do you think about that?
I could totally see that happening. I mean, they're going somewhere with this. We don't know who is who. They're just going around causing chaos. I mean, the last show that I watched, I believe it was Raw, when they were messing with, I thought something was happening with the actual production, and it turned out they were in the production or the control room just like throwing things around and taking people hostage and all this stuff. They're going to do something at SummerSlam. What it is, it could be anything. They could straight up, mess up the production. Two of them could go into one of the matches and start, doing some crazy stuff. I think it would be absolutely fun. I feel like if a reveal of at least one of the members of Retribution happened, that would be great. And, that could definitely go into some type of feud, something that would be awesome. But yes, I do believe that they're going to come through, at least if not all the members, one or two. They're going to roll through. They're just going to cause some type of ruckus, and it's just it'll probably happen towards the end of the airing, the end of the episode. But something's going to happen for sure.
Joe, what do you think about this? Retribution, right after the start of the pay-per-view, comes out. They destroy everything. They can't have SummerSlam. Henceforth, Payback is the next week. So they do the whole pay-per-view the following week. That's the only thing that makes sense to me about Payback being a week after SummerSlam.
That's actually not a terrible idea. But that would be a lot of disappointed people who carved out their Sundays to look to watch SummerSlam. It's going to be very interesting because I don't know where they're going with Retribution. I don't know who's in it. I don't know who in particular they're going to be targeting. It seems like it's just like random chaos week to week. The problem with this is they sometimes they do this, and they did this with the hacker, and then they drop it. I don't know if they're going to eventually drop this. I don't know if there's like a really, really long-term, bigger picture plan for these guys. But they're going to be on SummerSlam in some way. Are they going to shut the lights off again? Are they going to blow up Transformers? Are they going to attack announcers? Are they going to attack people in the crowd? Are they going to spray paint the ring? I have no earthly idea.
They're going to mess up the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome is going to be busted.
Are they going to be at the video board?
They're going to be in the video boards of the Thunderdome. That's what's going to happen, I think.
True, Mad Max Thunderdome.
I just think Bo Dallas is in Retribution. Maybe Dominic Dijakovic and Chelsea Green. But if you notice over the past 3 weeks, they've been getting taller. So I don't know if they had a late growth spurt or if just different people. And also last week there was like 15 of them. The week before was 5. If they had that crazy chainsaw they had on SmackDown, though, everyone's in for some serious trouble. Maybe they cut off the Fiend's dreadlocks. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on this. We'll monitor it. But Joe, it's going to be something to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think this whole weekend is going to be good. I think under the circumstances, like I said, I think the in-ring stuff, like the matches, are going to be good. There are a few storylines I'm invested in. I know Candace is invested in too. And Candace, it has been a real treat having you on. This has been a really, really great wrestling discussion. You're one of the very first guests that Nick and I have had on the podcast. We've had maybe 2 or 3 prior to this, but you are one of the very first guests that we've had on to do a really all-encompassing WWE, AEW style pro wrestling episode. So thank you for that. Thank you for coming on. We give the guests here the last word on this podcast. So if there's anything you want to share with us, maybe people that you've worked with when you were in Jersey, if you want to promote yourself in any way, by all means, go ahead to do so. We've had a lot of fun here. Thanks for coming on. And the floor is yours, Candace. Last words. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Joe and Nick. That means a lot. I mean, I really enjoy appearing on podcasts and any projects that people are doing. I'm beyond honored and flattered. So thank you so much for coming to me and asking me to be a part of this discussion. And I truly had a lot of fun. And as someone who has not been in the wrestling world for, years and years, it's been just flattering. And I feel so warm inside to just have people come to me and ask me to be a part of their projects. That means the world to me. So thank you both again. Yes, people can follow me on Twitter. My handle is at Candace Cordelia. Cordelia is spelled C-O-R-D for David, E-L-I-A. They can also follow me on Instagram at that girl, G-I-R-L, Candace 1616, all in letters numbers. I can't even think right now, all in numbers. I'm so excited for this weekend. I legit can't think because the discussion I'm so amped. And yes, I just want to say, we're living in really strange times. There's not a lot happening on the independent wrestling scene. I know, we've been talking about WWE and AEW and productions are happening on a national scale on television, but as far as independent scene, if you're not scared to go out, if you feel like you want to check out any of these drive-in shows, there are drive-in shows that are happening as far as I believe in New Jersey. There's a few, if anyone listening to this is in the Indiana area, I believe there are shows happening. Just be safe if you do go out and support independent wrestling, and please do support independent wrestling in general. There are a lot of people I've met along the way in the past 3-4 years who have really busted their butts, and a number of people that I've interviewed are on these television shows that you see in WWE and AEW and Ring of Honor and Impact. And, I've just been truly grateful to have the opportunities that I have had. Please follow me because I personally have a lot of things up the pipe coming on. I do podcasting. I have my own YouTube channel. I work with Nick with Double G Sports with writing and on-camera interviews. And there's just a lot of good stuff that's happening right now. So please do support all of us and support wrestling. Watch as much wrestling as you want to, and don't buy into. I know there's a lot of wrestling war things happening right now between companies. Just support good wrestling. Wrestling is awesome. I'm so happy to be a part of the community. And yeah, thank you guys once again. This has been an honor.
No doubt about it. Well put there. And that's going to wrap it up here for our special guest, Candace Cordelia. For Joe Calabrese, I'm Nick Durst. And this has been You Know I'm Right.